What's going on, everybody? Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Coach Gary in the house, kind of late, but in the house nevertheless. HBCU football underway. We're talking Morgan State coming to DC to take on the what I would like to call the new look Bisons, who took down the Eagles last week. And so now everybody's wanting to know, is this true? Is this are the Bisons real? Were they real to begin with? Were they real to begin with? And now we're just getting a the actual Bison. Maybe the Bison were the best in the conference anyway, not by record, but you know, by them defeating Central. All right. QB keeps it. He's out in the open, still on his feet, still running down 50, 45, near the 30, I would say maybe the 41-yard line.
Yeah, you see why this coaching staff from Morgan, not scared to hand the keys to this offense over to this young freshman. Makes a heck of a read there on the keeper here, as you'll see it.
Good move there by the freshman quarterback
Sees the lane and keeps going
to keep the ball.
And then look what he does in the open field. First guy struggling to bring him down, and that's a big play for him. Pulled everybody on that one as he takes it all the way to the 42-yard line.
Morgan State hands it off this time. Picks up commendable yards. Maybe about 3 of them.
Johnson gets the carry. Senior back out of Baltimore. Played at McDonough High School up the road. A lot of local cats on both these rosters. Morgan State and Howard. See that offensive line that's really had a lot of different names in there at times this season because of injury and other things. Some freshmen, some seniors, a good mix for Morgan State. 8 or 9 guys have played on that line. As Johnson
Morgan
is going to be hit in the backfield.
Going to try to run this one and is stopped in the backfield. Maybe loses some yards.
Clayton Perry coming down and making a big play. 6'1", 200-pound graduate senior. It's a tough defensive backs for Howard. You can't play DB for this Howard defense if you're not going to be physical in the running game. And that time Perry showing it. A loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Morgan offense. They already have had 1 third down in this area so far today, and threw a complete punt on the way. And good 4-down territory as long as you don't take a sack here in this area.
Morgan drops back, has a man open all by himself. He can't handle the ball. Would have had room to run like crazy. No one within, it looked like 10 yards of him. Wide open, hits him right in the hands. Still, you see no one in the picture. It's 4th and 7, and Morgan State decides to punt this one. Ball is right on the 40-yard line. And he's going to try to coffin corner it. Not bad. It does bounce Howard's direction and is down at about the 21-yard line. Big run there by Morgan State. And after that, things petered out. We are in D.C. We're at the home of the Howard University Bison. Like I said last week, who took down Goliath, the Eagles. No one saw that coming. At least I didn't see it coming. But they definitely did. Took them down and knocked Coach down the side there a little bit. It's like all of us. Now I'm not either a Eagles fan or a Howard fan, but all of us sometimes need to get taken down a little bit. And sometimes you hate to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to see Deion and the Buffaloes getting taken out like that. Poor Shador. You know, no matter how big and strong you know you're going to succumb to getting hit, getting sacked 5-6 times every game. Dion, great motivator, but I don't know what's going on up there. He thinks his attitude, which is what he said in his press conference, got to be a little bit more than that. But yeah, there was one. There was what you know what. I'm gonna stop talking about it. But there was one comment. There was one creator who was like, "No, I'm all behind Dion," and but sometimes you need to be a little more humble, if you will. You gassing everybody up to think that this is what's going to happen. You guys, you're a winner, and I believe he's a winner. He is a winner, and that's why I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good coach. But when you get everybody behind you, and then you don't deliver, you know what I'm saying? You just got to take what happens after that. But you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to watch. Hard to watch.
Quarter of this one, Bison could win.
All right, so
They win the Meac.
maybe that loss for the Eagles
Celebration Bowl in a couple
will
weeks in Atlanta for the first time. That game
will get them to make sure they keep their heads in the game. But
on first down,
they need some help now. I think they need some help to make it to the Celebration Bowl, which I for some reason just
Morgan State on that last drive.
every time I think of it, I want to call it the Heritage Bowl. But anyway, I think Central needs some help to get in it right now.
the ball pretty easily down the field.
I think FAMU was squarely in it, so
Jared Hunter at an 8-yard
these Bison could possibly get in it. Like right, they're 3-1 in the conference. All right, here we go. Bison with the ball, 2nd and 6.
Backs in there for Williams.
They're going to hand this one off.
The right side. Hunter's got a hole.
Hunter still on his feet.
Breaks a tackle. He's still
nice hard running. I'm telling you, this Hunter is making a name for himself. He was pretty good last year. I think he made second team All MEAC.
But against Central, but once again, Tim Hardis, they ran right behind him.
Hunter, I've seen him run once before I saw him run against the Eagles.
Picks up another big game.
He
spin move to the right, spin move to the
Eden
left.
James, and we got to give a little credit to the Howard University offensive line too.
Going the highlight package for Jared Hunter is now they bring Eden James into the back.
Also their quarterback,
from the 43.
big 6'5", 210, I think, drops back.
Scrambles out of the pocket.
Scrambles out of the man wide open in the middle of the field. It's number 3.
He's inside Morgan State.
I think that's Hawthorne.
Casey Hawthorne.
He's thrown to the turf.
Wide receiver room. That time doing a nice job finding the soft spot in this Morgan zone. Just take another look at it. Williams moved off of the spot, but once again showing his accuracy throwing on the run.
Easy throw from the right arm. Quentin Williams there out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Making a strong throw.
It's 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams in the backfield. By the Howard Bison in the pistol. And they'll probably shift out of that. And they do. Back is right beside the quarterback. And this time they're going to hand it to him. He's hit quickly, but probably picks up. This is Eden James. Picks up about 2 yards on the carry.
Shooting that A gap.
Eden James, a sophomore, doing big things this season.
See it right here. They try to pull the H-back across the formation that didn't fool this Morgan defense at all.
Morgan not wearing their best-looking uniforms.
22 points per game.
Their home uniforms are very nice.
Rushed on for about 116 yards per game.
And Howard, you can't go wrong with red, white, and blue.
James again. This time he gets a little bit, but not much.
I guess that was a handoff. It almost looked like a direct snap.
We talked about him earlier. These defensive tackles from Morgan State really make things go in the middle and why they're so good.
It's 7-0 right now.
Meltion Davis, Sharif Andrews.
7-0 as the first quarter is coming to an end.
We'll see if Howard wants to snap.
Howard, 3rd and 9.
They'll make some substitutions here with about 15 seconds left. They do get that snap off. It's a 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bison offense.
Howard probably gonna let this clock run out, and they are.
Walk it to the sideline.
Good choice.
So We'll finish up the first quarter, Howard, with a 7.
All right, Howard in the lead.
Down coming up.
Howard in the lead. Everybody's wanting to see is Howard for real, or was it Fool's goal last week that they took down the Eagles? And we got a little pause right here for the switching over for the end of the first quarter, beginning of the third. And while we do that, let's take a look at these box scores here, see what these statistics are. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm a little bit late, but I appreciate you, whoever comes in today and hangs out. I am watching this on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus. So for Morgan State, Smith, he's 1 of 3. It's the quarterback for 10 yards. For Howard, Quentin Williams, he's 5 of 6 for 58 yards. Smith over on Morgan's side has rushed for three carries. He has 36 yards, and J.J. Davis, 2 carries for 23. For Howard, Hunter, 7 carries for 45 yards, and Eden James, 2 for 4. Man, Howard's actually got they've got a stable of backs. It's another young gentleman that runs the ball pretty good too. Can't remember his name right now, but I'm sure he may get a chance to get out there today. Receiving core for Morgan State, Hamler, he's caught 1 for 10. And for Howard, Hawthorne, 4 catches for 52 yards already. And Hezekiah, 1 for 6. And as usual, they're not showing any love whatsoever for the defense right now. Not on the app. But as you can see over here, if you look in this bottom right hand area, Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference standings, Howard on the top, at the top, 3-1, 5-5 overall. North Carolina Central, 3-1, who everyone, even me, even myself, thought would just go through this conference with no problem. Morgan State, all 3 of them at the top right there, 3-1. So some help is needed. Just to be curious, do the Eagles have a game today? Who will they be playing? And the Eagles, in a few minutes, they got to take on Delaware State. You would think that the Eagles would win that game, but they can't take it for granted. They cannot take it for granted. And real quickly, what does the stats look like? We'll look at a few. First downs go to the Bisons. They have 8. It's 8-3. Total yards, Bison 108 and the Bears 72. That's all we'll look at right now. All right, back to live action.
And here is Williams. Williams feels the pressure and he
Williams
goes down.
Is going to go down in the backfield. It is a sack.
Defense as they get into the backfield on 3rd down and force a Howard punt.
Yeah, it's big number 0, Elijah Williams. This time looked like they lined him up
at
on
this
the
point,
inside.
things are just a little bit different than they were last week.
Quentin Williams really were nowhere to go there.
Howard's still in the lead,
coming up with his 7th
but
sack
this Morgan
of the season,
defense,
a huge stop for this Morgan defense.
Playing hard, playing tough.
The junior out of New Jersey is the leader in sacks in the Meac this year. That punt goes into the end zone in the air, and a touchback here. So the Morgan State offense is going to come back out onto the field, trying to tie this one up when we're back.
HBCU football. I'm Coach Gary. Thank you guys for being here. Let's take a look let's see how many likes I got, because I like to give a little bit of love to the people who hit that like button. 1 like so far, so here's what I do. Every time I get a like, that person gets a horn. Thank you. Whoever hit that like button, I appreciate it. And we have a timeout.
Now the Bears trail 7-0 here from Howard University. We'll try and tie this thing up. Connor Newcomb and Linnell Willingham with you here for this one. As Smith's going to go deep over the middle, and he's got his man out towards midfield and still rolling along on this one.
Oh, it's a fumble.
James Jr.
But it is
lost it.
Recovered by Morgan State.
Take you right.
Morgan State comes out and throws the ball down the field. Nice. Probably about 15, 20-yard reception. And the ball is stripped, but it is caught by a Morgan State Bear, or recovered.
Well protected. You see him drive this football.
That was probably about 20, 25 yards to number 16. Only has one hand on the ball. It is stripped out
Pick that ball out of the air
before he goes down. Morgan State going to run this one. J.J. Davis off the right tackle, picks up about 6 to 7 yards.
Time once again, J.J. Davis showing the patience, picking his way through that Bison defense. It's a good start, though, here for Morgan State. We talked about it earlier. It's about having positive plays on 1st and 2nd down. They're on schedule.
So far, the Morgan State offense has been question mark.
13 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second. It's 2nd and 3 for Morgan State. Morgan State with the ball in. The ball is in Howard territory.
One thing I'll say about Smith, though, Connor, true freshman, obviously, it's not ideal circumstances for your program to go through 4 different starters at the position, but if he finishes the season strong,
I'm also watching. There's a game going on in the, I think it's CAA. Hampton is taking on Elon. Both teams, if I'm not mistaken, are 5 and 5.
This all-time series. This one of the biggest these two teams have played.
Right now, Elon is leading Hampton 7 to 14.
To advance to the Celebration Bowl.
All right, Morgan State drops back. Quarterback's going for it all.
He's looking for the big play, and he overthrows his receiver.
Does overthrow that.
Out there, Robert
Great
Jones
defense by the defensive back.
Route for him, and it'll be a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Robert Jones, another one of these guys that are from the area. The former Damascus Stag. He's played in some big-time football games. So this afternoon, none different for him.
Nice weather in D.C.
Morgan State's got to get to the 42-yard line.
It's about 71 degrees where I am right now in North Carolina. All right, Morgan State, 2 receivers to the left. Quarterback and 1 back in the backfield. Is going to be a drop back pass. He's going to get rid of it, throws it low. Don't know if it was caught but I
Got
think
to
it was
Anthony
caught by
James
number
Jr., his
16.
second catch of the drive, but he's going to be a yard short, and now it's decision time for head coach Damon Wilson.
That was James Jr.
Based on the running threat that Ty Schmidt does, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. Howard that time sending 6. I continue to be impressed though about Ty Schmidt and his ability to keep his eyes down the field in the face of pressure.
Very surprised here. The punt team is coming
Fourth
out.
and one, and looks like
43.
Morgan at the moment is going to punt this one.
They're going to theoretically here punt for the 3rd time inside of Howard territory.
It is going to be punted.
Beckett Leary punts it. And a fair catch.
And that ball is going to die at about the 5-yard line.
Pinned at the 5-yard line. So at the very least, a good punt there. And they're going to pin him back as Caleb Coleman was able to down
actually, if you ask me, not bad strategy. Not a bad strategy for the Morgan State coach. He decided to punt that 4th and 1 inside of the on Howard's side, Howard's territory, but he was barely in Howard's territory. If he was in the 45 on the 45-yard line, that was close. But I think what he's going to do is rely on his defense, who's been able to stop Howard, and try to get good field position that way, or better field position that way. All right, so you guys know what the deal is. We have another timeout.
Meac outright for the first time in a long time. They shared the title last year with North Carolina Central, but because
all right, Howard starts on the 5-yard line. They hand it off. Get out to about the 10.
Atlanta. Howard, it was a good year, but they're trying to take that next step, win an outright title here today. Their only other one was all the way back in 1993. As they keep it on the ground here on first down.
Take another look at the play. You'll see them do this all afternoon long. They're going to keep putting Elijah Williams in these read option situations to try to slow down his pass rush.
Give it up the middle again, and a nice gainer out.
All right, Howard runs again.
16-yard line. It will be
this time he picks up about 7 yards, maybe even 8.
Kind of shaking our heads at the decision from this Morgan coaching staff to punt the football once again in Bison territory. But this defense, a big reason why.
Yeah, that punt was a lot different than the last two. That was 4th and 1 at the 43-yard line, and they chose to boot it away even though they were moving down the field. And Morgan was about to get caught with too many men on the field. So the Bears here are going to take their first time out to avoid the penalty yardage on first down. But that punt right there, a lot of trust in their defense.
All right, so Morgan State takes a timeout.
If that Morgan State defense
to avoid a penalty,
get the football back.
This difficulty demands an ease.
A lot of timeouts going on here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the score of the Hampton-Elon game right now is 20-7 Elon. And we have another timeout. And since we do, let's take a look. At the box scores, they haven't changed very much. But Morgan State Tajay, I think, is Taj Smith, is now 3 of 7 for 40 yards. Quentin Williams still 5 of 6 for 58. J.J. Davis, 3 carries now with 30 yards. And Anthony James Jr., 2 catches for 30. Hamler, 1 for 10.
In his 3rd season at the helm of this Howard program, trying to get them to their first outright Meac title since 1993. And Linnell, I think since he's took over, it's been a good building job to rebuild this program back to where they know they can be.
All right, Howard runs this one, little pitch
right
outside.
Title is Eden James helping him out with a big run across the 30.
James picks up his largest run of the day.
Time at the University of Florida. Falcons fans out there.
Looks like enough for the first down,
really
and it is 1st and 10.
In his progression over his 4 years in Florida as well. So his Bison program in good hands with Coach Scott leading the way.
Came in February of 2020 as you see the big run from the sophomore back Eden James out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. Coming from where Coach Scott did a lot of his previous coaching. 3 of his last 4 stops as an assistant were in the Sunshine State. Was at Florida. He was at USF, which is where he played back in the late 90s, and also was at Tennessee and Miami as an assistant his last couple of stops.
Going to hand this one off again off the left side. A little picked up, and I mean a little, maybe a couple of yards.
Once again, this Howard Bison offensive line doing a decent job getting movement.
2nd and 6 now, 2nd and 6, 10 minutes.
They're trying to put these
10 minutes, 3 seconds left
read option look to where
in the second quarter. Howard still in the lead and with the ball on about the 35, their own 35-yard line in the pistol.
2nd and 6 here.
And we'll probably switch out of that, and they do.
Able to run it well. And Williams has had to throw it. He's generally been able to find Casey Hawthorne whenever he wants. Some big plays.
Williams is going to drop back, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield with a fumble.
On the turf, and
but it looks like Howard falls on that.
Another chance for a potential Morgan turnover.
That's 2 sacks right there. I've seen Williams take.
Able to pounce on the football.
Yeah, it was a
Williams
nice
out there looking like Shedeur Saunders.
That's a heck of a matchup that we'll get to watch throughout the duration of this one. Dankwa has NFL prospects, so this is a pretty good guy to beat if you're Washington, as you see him right there, a little speed move around the edge. And then what I love, Connor, he knocks the football out as well.
Yeah, nobody could find it. Dankwa gets on it, 4-year starter, senior.
Now it's 3rd and 15. Howard will have to pass this ball.
First team all conference last
year. And he does, and he keeps it.
Draw here for Williams.
And picks up about 8 yards on the carry.
But not nearly enough.
And Howard will have to punt. So maybe what the Morgan State coach was trying to do.
Exactly, get a punt from Howard's end zone, but they are going to get the football.
It's going to work out. Maybe they get maybe they'll get a better field position right here.
This Morgan State pass rush though, putting their fingerprints all over this one. They've already taken Williams.
The snap is good. The punt is off.
Away.
Looks like this one may be returnable. It is 5 yards, 10 yards, 15. Still on his feet. Gets all the way up to about their own 46-yard line, which means they are in better field position than they were when they started the last drive.
Really good return there. My old college coach called it we-fence, talking about special teams. When you have a young quarterback, start with good field position helps everybody out.
So Morgan will take the ball back, and they're going to start good field
Coach
position.
Wilson over there coaching his butt off.
I think there's a good chance they move into territory again, as there's Damon Wilson, second year
All
head coach.
right, let's see what Morgan State can do this time.
7 last year.
They've got
Meac.
3 receivers wide,
Good by the Bison
2 to the right.
in this game up in Baltimore last year was a 35-6 win for
They're
Howard.
going to hand it off the left side. Nothing doing over there. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job once again by this Bison defense. Physical at the point of attack.
8 minutes and 9 seconds.
Not allowing this
8 minutes, 9
rushing
seconds
offense
left
to
in
keep
the
going.
first half.
Take another look at it right here. See big number 14 doing a nice job setting the edge. Allowing the cavalry to come in.
Ian White was there. Cam Dyson, the sophomore, in on the tackle as well. Talking about Coach Wilson. It's been a long time at the Division II level. Bowie State head coach from 2009 to 2021. Before he took
Clock still rolling at 7 minutes and 51 seconds.
Playoffs 5 times down the road.
The Bison rushing 4. QB drops back.
In this area. Smith
Out in the flats, it is caught for
Davis is into Howard territory and makes it a 3rd
close to a first down
for the Morgan offense.
Yeah, you see J.J. Davis showing off his ability, his run after the catch ability as well. Known for his ability to run the ball.
Actually, to be honest,
this time making Howard
I was
pay out
keeping
back.
the wrong end of the sticks.
48 of Howard.
So it's 2nd and 10, actually 3rd and 5.
For the Bears here.
And as this play is getting ready to get ran, Hampton is continuing to drop
Everybody on the
in
roster
this game. Their Hampton and Elon is now 27-7 Elon.
Coach Wilson said, though, that
All right, 3 receivers to the left over here.
3rd and 7.
And the quarterback is in trouble. Looks like he's going to go down, and he does go down.
Another sack for the Howard defense. This time it's Cam Dyson.
Number 22, Cam Dyson doing his thing.
That time, Howard sending more than Morgan State could block. He ended up rushing 6 here. And nice job finishing the play there. We know how slippery Todd Smith is, so kudos to this Bison defense getting rid of the turf.
So now 4 Morgan State drives have made it into Howard.
All right, moving the ball did not work for Morgan State that time. It's 4th and 12. They will have to punt it. Never really moved the ball.
Punter here.
The punt is off.
Fulton, Maryland, Reservoir High School.
It is fair, caught at about the 15-yard line.
Fair caught there by Braylon Smith inside the 20-yard line, which is where Howard will get the football back once again. So, Linnell, we had the opening drive for Morgan. Drove it a bit, then had to punt. Then Howard got it, went right down the field, 81 yards for a Jared Hunter touchdown. And since then, both these defenses, 2 of the best in the conference, really have stepped up.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open. 2 of the best defenses in the Meac. They're physical at the point of attack.
All right, this has
getting more known.
The rest of these games obviously have playoff implications. Howard
very similar to the game Morgan
has
State
put themselves in the top
State 20-17, a win
in the conversation.
In the hunt.
They are now 3-1, just like Central and who's the last one?
Left.
Oh, and
give them that 20-17.
the team we're looking at right now, Morgan State, 3-1 in the conference.
Williams rolling out, and he's got a man at the 30.
All right, Williams.
And that'll be a first down.
Hits his man at about the 30-yard line.
Gavin Harris.
Once again, Williams doing a nice job.
It's going to be number 26. Harris had a decent job last week.
Nice job keeping the eyes down the field to find the young tight end as we see it again here. It wasn't Hawthorne that snuck out.
5 minutes and 53 seconds left before halftime.
Harris, who made the catch, really coming on strong. 5 catches.
Now 2 backs in the backfield.
Touchdowns.
2 receivers to the left. They're going to hand it off, and he is swaddled up in the backfield. I think that
loss of 2 and maybe more. A couple of different Bears in there, including Elijah Williams and Noah
Not
Washington.
sure who that back is. Number 24, I think it is.
To battle with an Denkwa. And we mentioned it earlier, Wheeler really the big play threat in the backfield.
Actually, number 27. That's Wheeler.
Is Washington. Physical hands at the point of attack, shed the block and bringing the ball carrier down.
So 2nd and long coming up here for the Howard offense. That was the first carry for the graduate senior running back Ian Wheeler out of Houston, Texas. Usually bursting them for big plays, averaging 8.
All right, Howard still with the ball. It is second and 13, however. Williams drops back.
Throw this time, and that was a dangerous
threw a dangerous one over there. Number 11 standing in front of the ball.
Dropped into coverage there. Yeah.
Wasn't able to get it.
Laundry on the field here. And
there's a flag on the play, though.
The Bears will wait on the call.
And things just continue to go from bad to worse for Hampton. I think it was some sort of turnover. It is now 33-7.
Against Prevard, he was the one, the freshman who dropped.
And still 10 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third.
The change for Howard.
Oh, Washington everywhere. You see the big fella even having to drop into coverage, Connor. Morgan State running a little bit of a simulated pressure. They dropped their big fella in. Nice job by Williams getting the ball over.
Prevard couldn't believe it.
All right,
New Jersey native.
Back to action. Two receivers to the right. Williams in the backfield with the running back. He is going to drop back to pass this one. Throws it downfield. The wide receiver stops. They were not on the same page.
Stopped. And Williams was throwing the go route down the sideline.
Yeah, you mentioned it looked like a miscommunication from the receiver and the quarterback, but credit Morgan State. They've been sticky in coverage in the back end. Coach Wilson's got this program turned around.
Second and 10
Morgan
now
State
for the
is
Howard
playing
offense.
Darn good defense. It's second and 10.
Meac's leading passer this year, Quentin Williams, came in with over 2,000 yards through the air and almost 200 on the ground as well.
Second and 10. I feel like it's going to be a pass. I was wrong. They hand it off.
Left side, tries to hit the hole, gets a few yards, keeps his feet.
Picks up about maybe 4 yards.
Make it third and medium.
We talked about the three running backs coming into this one. Obviously, when you talk about this Bison offense, Quentin Williams is the guy who receives all the attention. But Wheeler, capable back, Jarrett Hunter, Eden James, the latter two with huge performances last week in the middle.
All right, it is 7-0 Howard. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left
among others from Morgan making the tackle.
in the second quarter.
And a 3rd and 5 here for Howard.
3rd and 5. Howard trying to get a first down and keep this drive alive. Williams is going to drop back. Williams steps out of trouble. Nice move, slides down.
First down and slides the 46-yard line.
After picking up the first down, slides down at about the 40. I would give him like 46-yard line.
Got good pass rush, but you didn't maintain your gap integrity. Quentin Williams doing a nice job finding a lane to step up.
See how close I was.
He's going to make you pay 9 times out of 10.
More like the 43-yard line. 47-yard line, I'm sorry.
In after Howard made some changes.
All right, Howard back on the line quickly.
Bison will get the play call here.
Wanted to see if Morgan State would bite on the fakes fake snap. Did not. So now they get the play. 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Empty backfield, basically an option. They pitch it. And that's James this time picking up a couple of yards.
Again, it's Howard offense trying to.
I think they're still not quite in Morgan State territory. With 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, plenty of time.
We've seen the option series a couple of different times. This one, just natural QB option, letting Williams make all the decisions.
Plenty of time to get down the field, and if not score, get a field goal, get a few points there.
Over Delaware State.
It's 2nd and 7.
Howard today.
2 minutes and 46 seconds left before halftime. They send a man in motion. I think that's Harris. Now they got strong left. Williams going to drop back. Goes down the field.
The sideline, it's incomplete.
I think he was more or less just trying to get rid of that ball that time.
And essentially went airborne to try and get that sack. And I think he at least somewhat caused the incompletion.
Yeah, this Morgan State defense continuing to dial up the pressure. Not something they've had to do a ton this year when you've got as good of a front four as they do. But as you mentioned, look like they bring
Turomatics here.
Credit Eden James as well, doing a little bench press in his pass pro.
Some linebackers are trying to bowl over a running back and pass protect. Maddox just went to go over the top. So 3rd and 5.
All right, it's 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for Howard. Williams is going to drop back. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. He's tripped up in the backfield, goes down again.
Another sack for the Bears. This time it's
Morgan doing the job when they have to. That defense is tenacious.
Yeah, I mean, they are running a bunch of games up front. They loop the freshman around, and and he's able to come up and make the play. This Morgan State defensive front, one of the best in the country, and they're a big part of the reason why this defense.
4th and 15. Howard will have the punt
Biden hasn't
again.
played a lot this year. Freshman at
High
Cincinnati.
punt, high snap on
5
it. He
tackles
gets it
coming in.
off.
They all came in the game against Norfolk State earlier
This is
year.
going to be returned again
Punt will
for
be
a
fed by Quincy
minimal
Hall.
gain
He's
of
got
maybe
nowhere to go.
a yard.
So 2-minute drill coming up for Morgan State here.
Man, it looks like the sun is in your eye too when you're trying to catch a punt right there. I wonder why anybody would design a football field where any side of the football field is going to be facing into the sun. All right, we have a timeout. Few minutes there. I'm sure Morgan State, Howard was hoping to get into the end zone, or at least get a few points. Before halftime. The clock right here on the on my app is about 3 minutes behind. But I'm sure the box scores are updated, so let's take a look at those. Smith for Morgan State, he is 4 of 8 now for 45 yards. Williams, 6 of 8 for 69 yards. That's your quarterback. Those are your quarterbacks. Leading rusher for Morgan State is the quarterback. That's Smith. Taj Smith, 4 carries for 34. J.J. Davis, 4 for 30. For Howard, Hunter, 7 carries, 45 yards. James, 8 for 38. Creeping on up there. Wheeler has also ran the ball, 2 carries for 2 yards. Told you those guys, they have a stable of backs over there in the Howard camp. Receiving for Morgan State, Anthony James Jr., 2 catches for 30. Hamler, 1 for 10. And J.J. Davis, 1 for 5. For Howard, Hawthorne doing the bulk of the work, 4 catches for 54 yards. Gavin Harris, 1 for 11. And Hezekiah, 1 for 6. As you can see, we have a 3-way tie right there in the conference, in the MEAC conference. 3-1, Howard, North Carolina Central, and Morgan State. And we're back. Morgan State tries to run that. Maybe picked up a half a yard.
Taj Smith for a couple as well.
Nice to see Terrence Holland back in there. He made that tackle.
All right, Morgan State, 3 receivers to the right. Taj Smith, quick throw to no one in particular. I guess he was going to James, but threw that right at his feet. It's already 3rd down, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 minute and 27 seconds left. The Howard Bison might be able to get this back depending on what's going to happen here. Quarterback sneak. 3rd and 10.
To get the ball back right here, if they can make a stop. Even if it is in bounds, they've got the timeouts to call, all 3 of them. Get that football back. It's a big 3rd down right now.
And if you're Morgan, this drive is super important. You got the opportunity for a 2-for-1 situation, getting the ball coming out of the locker room.
3 receivers to the right. Once
Smith
again,
come up with a key throw.
this time Smith drops back.
Good protection.
Happy feet, having to run out of the pocket. He's going to have to just throw that one away.
Just throws to the sideline, incomplete. And a 3 and out.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it is 4th down.
Drive today, at least into Howard territory.
Morgan didn't move the ball at all, so with 119, Howard gets a chance to put a few more points on the board.
Not getting too far upfield, understanding the type of quarterback that you're going against. Taj Smith more than capable of hurting you with his legs. That time, they force him outside of the pocket. They force a throw out of bounds.
5th punt today for the junior Beckett Leary.
Still 7-0.
Now handling the kicking and punting responsibilities like he did last
year.
Another
high snap.
Leary brings it down and a nice job.
Leary is able to get it
away.
Get it off, and it's fair. Caught it about the 36-yard line. 36, 37-yard line. All right, so Howard, once again.
That is where Howard will start with the football.
They have another chance to get down the field.
And
1 minute, 13 seconds on the clock. You know, at least once in this drive, they're going to go downfield.
That Morgan drive.
Yeah, that is huge. I think in this drive,
and I say they're going to do it on first down.
Obviously going to have to throw the football. Look at this Morgan State pass rush to pin their ears back and try to go get Quick Williams.
One more big defensive play here.
Is that the move the coach should be making? I think this is Hunter in the backfield with Williams.
Bickerton, the punter, also takes most of the field goals. His long on the year,
Williams going to drop back.
Yards.
Quick throw, almost picked off number 54 that time.
Interception of the day for Morgan State. Lawrence Richardson, the senior.
Richardson would just be getting into the end zone.
Yeah, Richardson with just a real heady play. As you see, he comes from all the way out of the A gap to drop it underneath to try to be the flat defender here, and he nearly had a pick six.
Ooh, don't know what Williams was seeing in that one.
Back Richardson, who does not have
Williams
this year, but has 4 in
gonna
his
drop
career.
back again.
Up with that one.
Goes down the field, has a man. He's hit, still on his feet.
And he was down. For a second there, Braylon Smith thought his knee didn't touch, but it is a Howard first down.
Braylon Smith with the catch.
Into Morgan territory.
And they do get into Morgan State territory with a minute on the clock, plenty of time. Ball is on about the 46-yard line. Williams drops back again, steps up in the pocket, and runs into,
and he throws it back.
Tries to tip it. Oh, it's kicked. And Morgan State is going to get this one.
Morgan State's on it. The Bears forced the turnover.
Too much improvisation, improv, and
jumps on top of it.
That time Morgan State comes up with it.
To play in the half.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky.
And they have 43 seconds.
Like initially, Quentin Williams makes a super heady play, getting out of the sack and flicking it over to the running back. But that time it was James that time, unable to corral it. Now Morgan State all of a sudden with life.
Clearly a backwards pitch right there. That means that thing's a live ball. And Jared Hunter in the backfield just kicks it forward.
Hunter could not handle
there
that.
By DeCius.
Man, once again though, the pressure on Quentin Williams
Hunter still bewildered on what happened, but
the all-world left
it
tackle
was a turnover.
Having some problems right now with no.
So now Morgan State with the ball back.
Morgan State defense
with 43 whole entire seconds.
They've got a second life.
Ball is on their own 45-yard line.
They've got 2 timeouts to work with, and they're on their own 41-yard line. The kicker Beckett Leary, who's also handling the punting duties today, his season long is 39, but they trust him so much further than that. Davis goes up the middle.
Nice pickup.
And he
near
is
the
going to be 2 yards short of the first down. And Morgan right
get back
now
on the line in a hurry.
Not to use one of their 2 timeouts. Time ticking away here. 2nd and 2 for the Bears. Now under 30 seconds to play in the half.
Smith drops back, looking for a man.
Throws to his left. He's
gets it to the sideline, and he is out of bounds at about the 40, I would say 35-yard line.
Junior Crawley.
Clock stops.
36.
Yeah, Tosh Smith once again, another good throw outside of the numbers. Looks like the spacing.
Looks down the field, finds a man, missed tackle.
As you see, Trey,
what would they do right here? 3 receivers to the right.
So it did stop the clock as Crawley got out of bounds. Junior out of Mount St. Joe High School up in Baltimore.
I would say the 36-yard line.
20 seconds to go.
Todd Smith drops back.
Smith
has a man over the middle, but that ball is deflected.
One of those big defensive linemen. It was Jevin Jackson, the senior, who got his hands on it, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's a heady play there from Jackson, understanding, hey, look, my pass rush probably isn't going to get me there. Let me stand tall and put my hands in the throwing lane of this quarterback.
You got a piece of it. You let him know it. 16 on the clock now.
16 seconds left before halftime.
Again, Leary, his season long is 39, but he's attempted 4 field goals this year from 40+. But the junior kicker is 0 for 4 from over 40 yards. So Morgan's got a little more to go before they
2 receivers to both sides. Smith's going to drop back.
2nd and 10.
Going
Smith
for it all.
Looking for it all, and he overshoots his receiver. Wow.
And Howard was there.
After Smith let that
Howard was there to cover all of that.
First one looks to be in the area.
There's a flag on the play, though. Wow, there's a holding call on Morgan State. Bring him back 10 yards.
So it's a hold on the offense, which is going to back Morgan State up.
Yeah, it's tough. And now, with 2 timeouts left, you probably expect them to use one after this and see if Todd Smith can take a heave to the end zone.
Yeah, Tapasoa.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thought.
Freshman right guard.
Number 17 is, I ain't running all the way through that.
They're looking at a 2nd and 20 from the 46-yard line.
Okay, with 11 minutes, the clock is crazy.
We'll see, this might be more of a get a chunk, call a timeout, try to throw the Hail Mary.
We'll maybe 11 seconds. It looks like 11 minutes and 8
maybe
seconds.
2 plays left in the half for Morgan. Smith looking right. He's got a man open. It's Crawley. Crawley's taken down immediately.
Crawley is hit inbounds.
Not much on that
5
one.
Seconds.
Only picks up a couple of yards. And the Bears use their 2nd timeout with 5 seconds remaining in the half.
And since
Crawley
that penalty was called,
after his 2nd catch,
the Bears not going to be able to try to kick a field goal. It's going to be way too long. So one thing they have left to do is try to get this one in the end zone.
Might have been better maybe just chucking that one out of bounds, saving a timeout.
Yeah, save the timeout.
Nonetheless, 5 seconds left to go here in the half.
Stop the clock.
So Morgan calls its 2nd timeout. They got 1 left. And you kind of looking at the clock here, Liddell. You got 5 seconds. You do have a timeout.
5 seconds.
Realistically, you're not going to be able to get
5.6 seconds on the clock.
The ball at the 44, you're probably in Hail Mary territory.
Yeah, and based on all the speed Morgan has on offense, maybe see a little hook and ladder on this one as well. I don't know what type of arm strength Todd Smith has and if he's actually capable of getting the ball to the end zone. But
that is a possible play call, an optional play call. But only being down 1 touchdown,
if they do have a guy
is it worth taking that chance? Because anything can happen on that. Who knows?
And are dressed for this one. Could potentially come out there, but
the way things are working right now, if Howard gets another touchdown, that could be all they need. We're not sure.
5 yards.
All right, but if Morgan goes for his hook and ladder,
it will be a little risky.
Yeah, and it's risky.
Second back on the clock, so we'll see what
and they don't execute.
So
Howard could end up scoring.
And Howard is already in the prevent.
So it might be good just to
play, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, just
Smith moving around. He's going to roll to his left, get some space to throw.
He goes down, but there's a flag on the play.
Smith goes towards the end zone, and it's broken up and incomplete. And the flag seems to be in the area of offensive holding.
Oh, okay.
So if it's offensive holding, they will have to.
The team's headed to the locker room.
They'll decline it. Okay, they decline it. Nothing there.
And Howard goes back and looks at this one on tape. They had a big boo-boo defensively. Running back, J.J. Davis.
All right, so with that said,
well, we're going to the
Howard
scored on its first
after their demolition, demolition,
and have not been able to punch it
after their destruction of the #1 team in the conference last week, are finding it hard to pull past the Morgan State Bears. Morgan State's defense playing a heck of a game right now, but the Howard Bison are up 1 touchdown. And their defense not playing bad either. The Bears have not been able to score. So let's take a look at the box scores, and we're going to take a little break. All right, not a whole lot has changed here. Todd Smith 5 of 13 for 60 yards. Quentin Williams 7 of 11 for 86 yards. Top rusher for Morgan State is Todd Smith himself, 4 carries for 34 yards. And for Howard, Jarrett Hunter, 8 carries for 50 yards. But right behind him is Eden James, 8 for 38. Morgan State receiving yards, Anthony James, 3 catches for 45 yards. And for Howard, it's Hawthorne, 4 for 52. There's your fumble recoveries, interceptions. No team has an interception yet, although they are both trying to throw them. Team stats. There it is right there. And that's what I'll leave you with for a few minutes, and then I'll be right back before the start of the second half. Morgan State trailing Howard University. And I'll be right back.
Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. 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 Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. 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 Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. 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 Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Start the third quarter. Howard is going to get the possession to open the day as Ian Wheeler calls for a fair catch, and they'll start it at the 25-yard line. 7-0 lead. You saw it on the highlight package there as Jared Hunter, 8-yard rushing touchdown on Howard's first drive of the day. And it looked like things might open up, could get some points in this game. But no, these are two of the best defenses in the Meac. I mean, Morgan State by far the #1 defensive team in the conference. And they've locked things down since then. 7-0 is our score as Quinn Williams is back out there.
See what adjustments this Bison offense made.
All right, the kickoff is done, and Howard gets it first right out of halftime.
See them giving Dankwa some help now with the tight end.
Williams in the backfield.
Howard, what's on the line? They win.
Seeing a man in motion.
Outright
They're
for
come
the
out
first
running
time
the
since
ball
1993.
And
Get to their first Celebration Bowl. Played between the winners of
the
the Meac
Bison
and
are
SWAC
stopped at the line of
at
scrimmage.
Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. First started the game in 2015, and Howard's never been. We are 30 minutes away from getting there here today. Keep it on the ground for a short gain on first down. And well, now this obviously means a lot to this Howard program to try and get into that game. It's a larger conversation about the Celebration Bowl, the FCS playoffs for certain teams, and it's potentially a conversation for North Carolina Central this year. But
second and
Howard,
10, I would say.
Get to that
Williams
game in Atlanta.
is going to hand this one off. Hunter
Working their way there is
has a little
Hunter
bit of opening right there.
30-yard line, third down coming.
Maybe picks up about 3 yards on that carry.
Standpoint too, Connor.
We're gonna be
Back-to-back
looking-
conference titles, I think.
Looking at about
They
a
know how
third
prestigious
and
this university is.
maybe
Now that the
third
football team's
and
winning,
5.
see a lot more talent come through DC.
There's an injury on the
State
field.
defender down. You're just inside the 30-yard line with a third down coming up. He's going to be tended to Lawrence Richardson.
We may end up taking another timeout
Almost
right
had
here.
that pick six in the first half now, right at the end of the half. And he is being helped by the Morgan State training staff here.
You got to hope for Morgan State.
Third quarter just started. There's 14 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock.
Pass rusher, you've seen him, as you mentioned, drop out in coverage. They use him as a blitzer, so
Howard University leading this one
unable to come back to this
with a
Bears
5-5 overall record. Morgan State
Coming off under his own
4-5.
power, the senior
They're
linebacker
both
out of Philadelphia.
3-1 in the
Sack and a half
conference
for him
and fighting
season. He was their leading
to
tackler
see who is going to
last
go
year and has been a part of this Morgan State team since 2019.
and play in that Celebration Bowl.
Leaders on their defense. They're going to want to get him back out there as soon as possible, as long as he's okay. So a big 3rd and 5 here on the opening drive of the second half for Howard. See if the Morgan State defense can once
It is
again
3rd and
get
5. 3rd and 5.
force a punt from the Bison.
Williams in the backfield. He's going to drop
Pass,
back
and
as
he's
a
got his man
man.
for a first down.
And
they needed
he has
5, they
enough
got
for the first
6,
down.
as he got it out of there quickly to Richie Ilaraza, the freshman with his first catch of the day.
Ilaraza
wherewithal there from Quentin Williams motioning
trying to
Ilaraza
find which
across
side of the
formation.
field they're going to go to.
Easy
3
pitch
receivers
catch.
to the right.
Howard's
They're going to
gonna
hand
go
it off.
quickly, and they will give it up the middle to Hunter.
Hunter
fights
picks
his
up a
way
good 5
up to
yards
the
again.
40-yard line for a gain of 4.
Steadily picking up yards.
I think this is something we'll see more from this Howard offense in the second half, trying to go with a little bit more tempo and tire out this.
Howard's one of those backs who, whenever you hand him the ball,
the best defense in the Meac.
you expect him to break it.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Jared Hunter, who had that first half touchdown, had 2 scores and over 100 yards last week in the blowout win over North Carolina Central.
Williams drops
Howard in
back.
this position for a
Quick
win,
throw.
and it is that one is batted
And
down.
that
Had a nice
is-
game
looks
over
like
there.
number
Macias, the cornerback.
7 over there that time.
First 3rd down.
Yeah, that time they shot.
Hey,
at the
I
guy.
tell you what,
He wanted the flag. It looked like DB.
I hate to
got
make
there
bad
just
predictions, but I
temporarily
think
just
Williams is
right here
going
and
to throw a
get the
pick
play.
before this day is over
Yeah, definitely
with,
gets there before.
and it may be a pick 6.
Macias breaks it up.
Been a couple of close ones over
You're
there.
at a New Carrollton, Maryland, Parkdale High School.
And if he doesn't throw it, Smith will throw it.
Big
They
3rd
both
down
have
coming up
been
here.
trying to put those
3rd and 6.
balls, trying to put that
Howard
football
just
in
converted
tight
on a
windows
3rd and 5
sometimes.
to keep the drive alive. Haven't seen Hawthorne lately.
Williams going to
Make
drop
the
back
catch.
again.
Williams
Goes down the
lost one
field.
over the middle, and it's
Way
incomplete.
over his intended receiver.
Howard sideline looking for a flag, but no such thing. As they have Prevard there in coverage, and the punt team comes out. The Morgan State defense comes up big again.
Yeah, Prevard, we've been calling his name all afternoon long. Sticky and
Yeah, Morgan State Bears defense is one of the top in the conference, doing a great job today.
So Aaron Bickerton, the sophomore punter, out there once again. Highest punt average in the Meac.
Ball is punted.
Away. It's going
This
to bounce
one may roll
inside the
into the
20
end zone, and
will
it
twirl
does.
into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, still 7-0. Howard not able to move the ball, not any big gains. And when they do, the Morgan State Bears are able to tighten up their defense and get them out of there. No sustained drives, if you will. But even on the other side, we have more of the same. The Bears, Morgan State Bears, are not able to move the ball. They've had some big hitters, but not enough to get into the end zone. They can't sustain a drive. Yeah, both these teams fighting back and forth. All right, I've got 2 more likes, and this is for those people who have hit that like button. Like number 2 and like number 3. Hey, I appreciate you guys hitting that like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this because I like to watch football, and usually I'm watching it by myself. But when I get a chance to watch with others and people hit that like button, tell me they at least like what I'm attempting to do, I appreciate it 110%. Yep, just a little black man trying to do little black man things. Nah, I just love watch football. That's all there is to it. We got a timeout. We'll be right back.
Defense. See it from both of these offenses, trying to slow down each other's pass rush. A little counter option.
Smith himself didn't do a lot last week in the 20-17 win over South Carolina State. Just 86 yards through the air, 32 yards on the ground, just 5 for 14 passing. Did have a touchdown.
All right, Morgan State back up the ball.
In the win
They're
last
going to
week.
run it first. Little room over there off the left side, but there's a flag on the play.
Down yardage for Jabril Johnson,
and if it's holding,
the senior
for
running
me,
back. But we'll see if this one might be coming
it's
back.
just, you can't explain that. There's no excuse for me.
Look at it here. Number 75.
They call this one on number 75. Like my explanation for that, what peeves me about that is holding during a run. Like, come on now. If you're gonna hold, you hold on a pass to protect your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hold on the run because most of the time the back is gonna break that.
Smith looking to throw.
Smith's going to have to throw. He drops back, can't find anybody. Still going around in the backfield. And it's going to go down at about the 11-yard line.
Bison defenders there to finish him off. Darian Brokenberg
and so to add insult to injury, after getting the 10-yard penalty,
yeah, you can tell the adjustment.
Smith is sacked in the backfield.
They definitely harped on it. Keep Taj Smith within the pocket. You saw a couple of times earlier in that first half, they would get good pressure and then he'd find a lane to sneak out of. That time, Howard rushing with good gap integrity, and they were able to bring him down.
So third and not so manageable right here.
It's going to be third and very long.
All the way back at the 13-yard line, and they got to get to the 30 for a first down.
Drops back. They throw a screen, and he can't handle the screen.
Not the first time a Morgan State receiver has dropped a wide open pass today.
Morgan State.
And the Bears go 3 and out.
Not gonna say they would have got the first down on that, but they could have got out of the shadow of their own end zone. Now this punter
get things cleaned up.
Probably gonna be standing in the end zone to punt this.
So they force the punt, but then go backwards, and Howard's expecting some good field position here. Their punt returner standing right on that Bison logo on the midfield line. It'll be Beckett Leary to punt from his own end zone.
He does have to punt out of the end zone. Gets a decent one.
Hits at the 40.
Thought it was decent. It is not that good, but it does
roll across the
get a Morgan bounce.
And that is where Howard
goes about to the 47-yard line. That's where Howard will start.
Trying to break things open again.
Already sniffing over into Morgan territory. Hey, all we got to do is get a score. We get a score by Morgan State, and this is going to be it's going to be a serious ball game right here. All right, one thing also, my Carolina Tar Heels are playing at 3:30, and I am more than likely going to switch over to that. I'm darn sure going to switch over there. I got to watch my Tar Heels and see what see if they can beat Clemson. Boy, that's going to be a tough one, especially after losing those 2 games we lost a few games ago. Shouldn't have lost to that, but we can't beat, for some reason we can't beat Georgia Tech. I don't know what it is. We just cannot beat those guys. They always have our number. And losing to Virginia was nonsense, but after that, we've won 2 games. That last game, anybody seen it or heard about it? Carolina could have lost that one too, to Duke. So now we get to play Clemson. Clemson is not the same Clemson that they were at the beginning of the year. I don't think they're the same Clemson they were last year, but they're definitely not the Clemson they were at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, I think everybody, after the first few games, we're saying, hey, we can beat Clemson this year. They have improved. Carolina, on the other hand, I think we're at a standstill, which is not terrible because we're not at a bad standstill. We just, to me, are not getting any better. We're as good as we're going to get this year. So how do you win games? Well, you don't make mistakes.
Morgan State player before it took a big bounce across the 50.
You don't make mistakes, and if your running back, who's the leading runner in the ACC, has over 100 yards, you give it to him. All right, Howard.
The Wildcat there.
And the Wildcat will do a direct snap and run this one for about 11 yards.
That's one way to get this running attack going. Direct snap,
and that was
back and let him pick his way through.
I think that was Hunter, but Wheeler's out there also. So
doing their best.
Yeah, so they have taken Williams out of the game. They did this one time last week, I think it was, and they're direct snapping this to the running back, Hunter.
And he's tripped up.
Gets out of the backfield, maybe about a yard.
Right there, we see 49 again. Turo Maddox is having a nice day, the sophomore linebacker at Montgomery Village, Maryland. to bring up third down.
10 minutes and 9 seconds left. Still 7-0. Howard trying to get in the end zone, trying to get some type of points on the board.
Coach Wilson has come in here and done his best to try to turn this program around. And when you got a bunch of sophomores and underclassmen on defense, it helps your cause moving forward.
9 minutes 51 seconds left on the clock.
Ran for 263 yards, almost 7
Howard
yards
with a
per
massive
carry last
shift.
week in the win over Central. Third down,
Williams
pressure
back out
coming up
there.
the middle. Williams throws it and it's incomplete.
Finds a man. Had a man over the middle, but that was incomplete.
There. That was Lawrence Richardson.
That was Hawthorne. Hadn't heard anything from him since probably like the end of the first quarter.
Looked like he shot out of a cannon on this blitz. You mentioned free runner.
I don't even.
Williams to get that ball out a little quicker than he wanted.
So different decision.
Got it out quickly. I don't think Hawthorne even saw it.
It's a fourth down, and they're going to keep the offense on the field.
And Howard is going for it.
4th and 2 here for Williams. Rolling left. Cuts right.
Williams keeps it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Howard. Nice fake to the back for that would-be 2 yards. And Williams keeps it. Quentin Williams keeps it and runs it right up the middle to pay dirt.
And it was open. Morgan defense over pursuing. Williams knows
so Howard
for his ability to throw the football. 16 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions.
with 6 points right there.
The last 3 weeks, but this time doing it on the
Going to be 13. The
his 5th rushing touchdown.
scoreboard individual, scoreboard operator, having a little trouble adding right there, but he finally gets it.
Just unable to break through.
My bad, I'll take that back.
But on 4th down, it's Williams.
Hit the wrong buttons,
To the house. It doubles.
but it is right now.
Third quarter.
So Howard scores again, and the way this has been a defensive game, who knows? That may just be enough for the Howard Bison to win this MVAC championship. They are in the lead right now. They are number 1 ahead of Central. Central boasting a 8-2 record after losing to the Bison. But since they lost to the Bison and they have the same conference record, that puts Howard University in number 1. If they win this one, stay 4-1. Even if Central wins, hey, Bison's still ahead of them. So. Man, what a way to not go to the Celebration Bowl. But I think if Central wins out, they'll still be good enough to get in the FBS playoffs, I think. Quentin Williams, 8 of 15 for 92 yards. Hunter, 13 carries for 63 yards. Quentin put up a big 22 yards right there. Unless we need to update this, or they need to update it. But right now, 6 carries for 22 yards.
he's done with his arm over his career at Howard. But break it out with the legs from time to time. That's a new career high, 5 rushing touchdowns in a season for Williams. Who kind of the main QB now for his 4th season in that role.
All right, so Coach Gary
every year from his throwing to his rushing, he's improved in every statistic.
is looking for the Morgan State Bears to score this time. It is first. Well, they need to kick this ball off. Number 1. And they do. It's going to be returned.
Ball back, and a return across the 25. And Morgan State will start around the 27-yard line.
The 26, 27-yard line.
Gets a chance to return that kick.
Interesting to see what Morgan decides to do offensively. We know all eyes were on the young quarterback coming into this one. I don't know what you think, Connor. I thought he's fared well for himself. We saw him have a couple of big-time scrambles in the first half. We've seen him make some really impressive throws. They want that to continue here on this drive.
Yeah, it's been a lot to ask from Taj Smith. I mean, you could argue he came into the year number 4 on the depth chart for Morgan State. They've used Dominique Anthony kind of early in the year. Deuce Taylor started a game. Carson Baker got a couple of starts early in the season as well. And a lot of those guys have come in at different times off the bench and played. But it's mostly been Taj Smith. 3 games ago, he came off the bench.
All right, Smith in the backfield.
Started the last 3.
Sends a man in motion.
But no points on the board for this Morgan offense.
3 receivers
so far
to the
today.
left.
Smith
They're going to run it back to the right.
Davis up the right sideline, crosses the 35. And we'll get a nice little
good
chunk on
8 yards. Carry right there.
See the ancillary benefits of this read option offense. You see that play kind of slow developing. Taj Smith doing a nice job holding that backside defensive end, and he's unable to make a play.
J.J. Davis, the Meac's leading rusher, been held mostly in check so far today. The redshirt junior back out of Cincinnati.
Also on ESPN 208, Bethune-Cookman is at Florida A&M.
Impact in the backfield.
This time,
hit initially,
JJ
pile forward to the
picks
40,
up about 2, maybe 3 yards. 2nd and 5. 3rd and
time.
3rd and 2 now.
Interior of that Bison defense. We talked about Devin Jackson, Jamel Stewart and company making plays at the point of attack, falling off blocks and making plays.
The Howard defender down here before 3rd down. He is up fairly quickly and coming off to the sideline. A good sign for the Bison there. That is Jevin Jackson, the senior defensive tackle. Big guy in the middle, 6'1", 275 out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Had a big pass deflection earlier in this game. First team all Meac.
3rd and 2, Morgan State trying to sustain some type of drive.
Anytime in this game.
Need to get this ball in the end zone.
3rd down here.
Or at least get some type of points on the board to feel good about themselves.
3rd and 2 for Smith and the Morgan offense.
Maybe keeping this ball quarterback.
Smith, give it to his running back. Not a whole lot of space, and he's not going to get there.
Going to be short of it.
First offensive touch of the day for Keith Jenkins Jr. Needed 2, picked up 1. And it's decision time again for Morgan, and they will punt it away again.
Morgan's going to be punting this one again.
That's a tough break there for Morgan State offensively. They tried to window dress that one, run a little bit of orbit motion across the formation. Motion guy doesn't get it, makes the defense think a little bit. It's big number 96. You saw it right there. Jamel Stewart shed that block,
get your face
making
across,
a play behind the line.
get your body,
it's obviously a tough
get your
spot
head across the block.
41, but
4th and 1, you wouldn't think that Morgan State with 7 minutes, 49 seconds would fake this one, and they do not. They go ahead and punt it.
Makes the fair catch. We talked about it a little bit, Linnell. These two teams, early in the game, Morgan State had a 4th and 1 at the Howard 43 and decided to punt it away. Now, they eventually did get the ball back, but on that last drive, we saw a very similar situation. 4th and 2 from the Morgan 34 for Howard. They instead go for it, and Williams takes it into the end zone for a 34-yard touchdown. We talked about it a little bit off air. That could be the difference in this game, just a little more aggressive on the sideline for Larry Scott, the Bison head coach.
Yeah, it could be a huge change of momentum play here. We'll see how this Morgan State defense responds in a huge possession here.
Quentin Williams
All right,
Fakes
Quentin
it,
Williams
throws
drops
over the
back.
middle,
Has a
got
man
his
over the
hand.
middle.
A lot of space out
And he gets down to about the 45-yard line.
Hbcu makes the catch. The
Boy, he's
junior out of
knocked
Orangeburg,
down.
South Carolina.
Right now, you're really starting to see this Bison offense clicking on
Hezekiah,
all
I've been
cylinders.
calling
They've had some
Hezekiah.
success on the ground. This time, they use the aggressiveness of Morgan State to their advantage. Play action shot. And as you mentioned, Hezekiah wide open.
Hezekiah.
Gain of 21 on first down for the Bison. They move the chains.
It's 1st and 10 again, 7 minutes and 12 seconds.
The way they're playing defense against Morgan right now, if they take this one down the field, get into the end zone again,
Williams in the
it's
backfield.
going to feel like a lot more than 21 points here in the third quarter.
Going to hand this one
Gives
off.
to Hunter.
Hunter
And almost
tries to
broke free.
squeak through,
Tackle
picks up a good
across the
6,
15.
maybe 7 yards.
A nice pickup on first down.
Good
Howard
saving
keeping it on
tackle
the
right
ground.
there.
This big offensive line starting
I think that was number 54
on this Morgan State
for
defensive front.
Morgan
Another
State.
positive run here from Hunter. See big number 57. Once again, get tremendous movement in the running game. Demetrius Witherspoon making that one happen.
Witherspoon, the right tackle, redshirt sophomore.
6 minutes, 28 seconds
Guy on that line,
left in the third
6'7".
quarter. Williams
Right tackle,
in the
6'9"
backfield
at left tackle.
with Hunter. Hands off to Hunter. Hesitates. Gets into the secondary.
Spin move, and he's inside.
Like I said, anytime Hunter touches that ball, it's a chance that he might break it.
Where
They pick up right there. Got that ball all the way down to the Morgan State 31-yard line.
Downfield before anyone touched it. There's really good blocking up front as he made a man miss at the line of scrimmage.
They hurry up and then wait at the line to get the play call in as he gets down to the 32 for a first down. And now Howard in this second half really starting to move the ball.
5 minutes, 49 seconds on the
Option,
clock.
pitch it out to
Option,
Hunter.
pitched it out. Hunter
And he slipped
steps
the
to a tackle, still on his
Inside
feet.
30, stays in bounds. And gets
Picks
close
up
to the
a
first down
good
mark.
chunk of yardage. I would give him
Finish there
about
for
10,
Jared
maybe
Hunter.
even 11 yards on that carry.
5'10",
Looked like he was
205
going to go
pounds.
outside or out of
So that's
bounds,
back to
stayed
the
in
cliche.
bounds.
You don't want
Off
to
that
tackle
option.
in the third and fourth quarter. He's making his presence felt here.
Morgan State defender is down. I think they marked him just about a half-yard shy of the first down, so give Hunter about 9.5 yards
Hunter,
right there.
even though he's only, 5'10",
5'41".
205,
Go in the third, it's 14-0
tends to,
Howard lead.
if you ask me, get better as the game goes on, stronger as the game goes
Ball
on.
down
So
the field. So
Howard
14-0 lead
14-0.
here for Howard. Looking to add on board, get themselves a
Like I said, I'm going to be
championship.
moving over to the North Carolina Clemson game. And that game's going to start at 3:30. So I may be finishing this one just a bit early. The way Howard's playing defense against Morgan State's offense, if Howard were to get into the end zone right here, it could spell curtains for the Morgan State Bears. Once again, Morgan State, North Carolina Central, and Howard University, all 3-1 in the conference. This day right here is going to separate one of the teams anyway from the other two. And if I'm not mistaken, let's take a look. I think both teams may have one more game to go. The Howard Bison now playing Morgan State. Nope. Wait. Full schedule? Is this the last game? Yeah, it is. It is actually the last game for most teams. This is the last game in the MEAC. Yeah, this is it right here. Howard can win this one. They will have won the MEAC conference. All right.
And Morgan thinks they may have stuffed him here.
I don't think he got it, Connor.
He's very, very close to the line. Did not get a lot of forward momentum.
Yeah, they tried to go right in the heart of that Morgan defense, and the Bears starting to celebrate.
And Morgan State's coming off the field.
Love to see another look. Yeah, that was. They ran it right in the teeth of that defense.
Wait for the signal. And I think they're going to measure this, Linnell.
We'll
4th and 1.
Yeah. We've talked about it before. I mean, we can't get a
Morgan
chip
State
football.
thinks they have to
We
stop.
don't actually. Chip in the footballs, at least they can do. But credit to Morgan making this even a conversation. They get the stop on 3rd down, making the tackle short of the sticks. And then the interior of this defensive line coming up huge. As Howard tried to run it right at him.
This is a big, big measurement right here. This keeps Morgan in the game if it's short. And he is short. Wow.
And
Morgan
this
State
ball
makes
goes
the
to Morgan
key
State.
stop on 4th and 1.
That's
Wow, Howard
you mentioned it just a moment
smelling
ago.
the end
If they
zone,
do
could not get in it, couldn't even get the first down here.
It really puts Morgan
Nice,
in a tough spot.
nice
offensively
drive,
as we take another
and
look at it.
Just
Here's a
petered
3rd down
out.
play. And a heck of a tackle made to keep this play short of the sticks.
That pass to Harris, he was very, very close to the marker. They just ran up to try and get it. And Williams in that line couldn't push far enough. So new life for Morgan State, but they got a long way to go. They're going to start at their own 13-yard line, trailing by 2
All right,
touchdowns.
4 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock. Now Morgan State, they need to have a big one right here. They hand it off to the left side. Davis
On the left side, Davis picks up 6 yards on 1st down.
And that's gonna be the
measurable
key.
yardage right
This
there.
Morgan State defense could not allow any more points at that time. You're
Right around 7.
Makes it hard for you to maintain your balance offensively. You know how much Morgan leans on this rushing attack. So defensively, you come up with a big stop, and now you can continue to work the game plan.
Smith, who's been in
The clock continues to run. 3 minutes and 49 seconds. It's 2nd and 4.
Punched it in on a 14-yard rushing touchdown with 35 seconds left to give Morgan the lead and the win in that game.
Smith drops
2nd
back.
and 4 now. Smith's going
Going
to go
deep down
up
the field.
sideline, and it's brought in
Has a man,
all the way down near the 40-yard line. Joseph Awumi. The junior makes his first
with
catch
a
of the
nice
day.
catch, number
Josh
18,
Smith, cold-blooded. You can't tell this is a true freshman in his 3rd career start.
into Howard
Watching it with
territory.
no hesitation, good protection up front, and he goes for a big game.
All the way down, they're marking to the 38-yard line.
Morgan State needs to run.
That's where he was tackled, so now the referees are going to back him up. I think Awumi tried to pull one on the refereeing crew by placing the ball. Instead, he's at the 42 for a 1st and 10 for Morgan. They'll keep it on the ground once again. Big hole up the middle. Johnson just gets 2 tacklers.
And they
off
do run it.
immediately.
Now Morgan
And he
State
picks
gets
up
down
12 yards and a 1st down.
inside
On the carry.
Howard
We've got
territory.
another big game for J.J. Davis.
This ball is right at the 30-yard line.
Just like on the other side, the law firm of Pete James.
Now let's see if the Howard defense can stall the Morgan State offense. Smith
Fake it to Davis.
fakes the handoff. He keeps it.
And then he'll cut it back
Picks
up
up
the middle.
about 2, maybe 3 yards.
3 yards on 1st down.
Nice job on this Bison defense, playing it honest. Keeping Smith corralled. Impressed by the throw. They got to this position. We talked about the numbers extensively coming
2nd and 2.
completing just 45%
2nd and
passes
2.
at this point. And
Offense
that was
coordinator.
probably the biggest pass of his young career.
As long as he knows it's 2nd and 2, all you need to do is get this 1st down. Don't need to go down the field right now, I don't think. Just get the 1st down.
Has to
But
air
they're
down
going to
again.
drop back and pass it.
Pressure. Smith step it up.
He goes down the
Towards
field.
end zone, got one-on-one coverage, and it's caught for a touchdown.
And what a catch.
Taj Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen,
showing out on
I'm going
this
to say
drive.
that
He
was
hits
just
Travion Pratt,
maybe
and
even an
Morgan's back in, they're
ill-advised
on the
pass.
board.
I have to look to
This
see
is
how
just
open he was.
Veteran
The
stuff.
QB steps up and throws that one.
Howard heats him up.
I didn't see what was going on down the field, but for me, I was like, oh, that's not a good throw. But it was caught.
Look at this.
Smith steps up in the pocket.
Steps up.
Must have seen, saw his man behind the defender and threw it. So I take it all back. That was a good decision, good throw.
As Leary's extra point is good. And Taj Smith, the freshman, finds his senior receiver in the back of the end zone. Saw one-on-one coverage, let it go, and all of a sudden, Oregon on defense gets the huge stop on one end, and then on the other end, Linnell, 2 big pass plays, including the touchdown. We got a one-score game once again.
Taj Smith making a believer out of me, and I know this coaching staff confident in this young man's ability.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, it is a game.
But you see,
it was always a
young
game.
cat Taj Smith, he has been electric in this one.
So the ears just perked up down in North Carolina as Central is kind of, still the first half, but pulling away a little bit from Delaware State, as was somewhat expected in that game today. Now they're thinking, okay, Oregon's offense has come to life. The Bears are trying to come back in this one.
Hey, anything can happen.
Cannot say enough how big that
anything can happen. So we'll look at this drive and the next drive of Morgan State, and then I'm going to be switching over to North Carolina and Clemson.
Contested contests come down to 2 or 3 plays in one team's favor, and right now it feels like Oregon's got all the momentum.
87-yard touchdown drive for the Bears, capped off. Taj Smith. Touchdown pass from 28 yards.
A weird kickoff.
Now this kickoff does just barely roll into the end zone.
Goes into the end zone.
The danger zone for the Bison right there.
Wheeler
25-yard line.
Was able to get back there. That ball did eventually get into the end zone. We had some weird special teams last week. Or was it a week before last? Maybe it was the week before last. Howard played some team. I'm not sure who they played, but it was one big play. That was one big play that was made by the kicking team that was horrible and may have cost them the game. All right, it's 7-14, 1 touchdown game with 1:53 seconds left in the third. A little misdirection in the backfield, and James gets open down the field, still on his feet, into Morgan territory, all the way down to the 45-yard line. His biggest pickup of the day, maybe even the longest run of the day for Howard. That misdirection.
Making the right read once again, at least to a big-time first down.
Howard punches back a 30-yard run for the sophomore Eve James, who's averaging about 6 yards per carry on the season. That's how good this
Howard set up really quick. 2 backs. They're going to hand it.
Give it back to James.
Going to the left, James hesitates a little bit. Wait for his blockers to block someone, and picks up maybe 1 yard.
Coming up and making the stop. Piece of running there too for James. He was patient, waited to press it, got all he could.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Hunter, who has been mostly #1 back.
2nd and 9, 52 seconds left in the third quarter.
But his 4.4 yards per carry coming in looks like nothing. With James at 5.8 and Ian Wheeler at 8.4 on the season.
It shows you how dynamic they are offensively with the ability to throw the ball.
Williams drops back.
Williams looking to throw.
And he's going to go down.
Again.
Morgan State will not stop coming.
Williams, who was creating some of the havoc, it was Darius Outlaw
in their own territory now with that sack.
Who gets his 2nd sack of the season.
They are screaming upfield right now, talking about this Morgan State defensive front just winning. That time they had
behind the 50-yard line now on about the 47-yard line.
As well, so
their own 47-yard line.
Pass rush doing their part to try to keep them in this football game.
Huge play in the game right here. Is that back?
It's 3rd and 18.
Back in their own territory, and we'll wait to see this critical 3rd long until the 4th quarter. 15 minutes to play. We got a 1-score game, and a Meac title is on the line.
And that is it for the 3rd quarter, and I think I'm going to leave you guys.
Can they finish it out? Find out from Washington, D.C. 4th quarter of action when we return to Green Stadium.
To get set up for my next game. Before I do that, I would like to thank every one of you, all of you, for stopping by and watching this game as far as you have with me. Let's make sure that no one else has hit that like button. Got to give them their love. And no, it has not. No one else has hit that like button. So we're going to go ahead and move on from this game to the Carolina game, which should be on in about 10 minutes. So thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me. For those who did, HBCU football. It looks like it's going to be ending. It's going to end up in a. It's going to end up being a good game after all. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Well, yeah, next time maybe playoff time, huh? The Celebration Bowl.